Okay, this is the video that will go along with the American Composers app tutorial. So the way you want to use this video is you'll read the directions in Canvas, and if you need to see anything on the screen, you can watch the video. You can stop and play the video as much as you need. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on the assignment in the module. All right, so in this assignment, you will create an app about American composers. Each student will create the app on their computer. You may help each other. All right, so this basically tells you what the app does. All right, so basically you start with a title, an image, biography, and then a button. Okay, if the button clicks, you're going to play a song. If the button is clicked again, it's going to pause. And if the button's clicked again, it goes around to playing the song. It starts all over again. All right, once you don't do anything with clicking buttons, then it just ends. All right, so it's a very simple app. All right, first thing we need to do is we need to download this file. This is like a beginner file. Has some media in it, so I'm going to click download. Okay, I see it downloaded here. All right, and then I'm going to log into MIT App Inventor. All right, so I'm just going to click on this link. I'll go up here to where it says Create Apps, and I will see my Gmail account. So you're going to use your school account. I created this Kutztown MS student account so I can demonstrate this. So I'm going to click here. You're going to click Continue. Might take a few seconds. Okay, scroll down. This is the terms of service. You can read these if you want. Your only choice is I accept the terms of service. All right, now you're going to get two pop-up menus here, or windows. All right, so notice this is just a welcome. I would check off Do Not Show Again, otherwise it will keep popping up every time you log on. All right. Oh boy. And look at that, isn't that annoying? I'll turn that off. So this is a sticker. So let me close this. This won't take long at all. All right, click continue. All right, then we get this is a couple sample tutorials. We don't need this. Close that as well. All right, and this is what it looks like. All right, so we're going to go up here. You see where it says new project. I have my smiley faces up there. That's so annoying. And then next to it, I have an arrow with a document. This is how we import a file. So we go choose file. Probably easiest if we just go up here to recents, and then we see the American composers. If you downloaded it multiple times, you will see names here that have numbers in parentheses. You don't want them. You want the original file that you downloaded. Click open, then click OK. All right, it takes a few seconds. It's going to come on in. There we have it. Okay, so working across. All right, over here is our user interface. All right, I scroll down. There's different drawers. So the user interface is the first drawer. Then we have layout, media. You have about 10 different drawers here. These are the things that you add to your app. All right, so this is your phone. All this does is show you what it looks like. The actual components will not work. You will have to hook up an external phone. Once you have these items, the components, they will show up here. When you scroll down, you can rename them. We have to rename components a lot. Any media, this would be songs or sound files, video files, pictures. They come under media. And we upload it. When we upload this app, it included media. And then we have over here, this area is the properties of whatever component we're working with. Okay, so real easy. Let me show you. Don't do this. If I add a button, okay, the button's here. If I want to change the button, okay, I would come over here. So I can, let's say, change the text color to blue. And then my text color is blue. Okay, now we don't need this, so I'm going to get rid of this. Delete this. All right, here's the first step you're going to do. So the first thing we need to do in the directions says, and this is step number 3, from the layout drawer on the palette, drag a vertical arranger to the viewer. Set a line horizontal to center 3. Okay, so what we have to do, we have user interface. Close that and then click on layout. The third one down is vertical arrangement. Drag that over. Okay, it's going to sit there like this. These layouts just hold items. All right, we're going to change the horizontal alignment to center. Okay, so we dragged from here to here, and then we're changing the horizontal alignment. Okay, now a lot of times it will only tell you to change one of the components, so you just let everything else be the same. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back up here to user interface. So we're going to open this one up, and we're going to drag a label into the vertical arrangement. All right, so if you go right down here, there's label, drag that over, drop it in. It will shrink, that's okay. All right, and a label is essentially just a text box. We're going to change the label's name to title. So we need to scroll down here and rename. All right, it says label 1, we're going to call it title. And then click OK. So I see it change there. It's also going to change here for the properties. We're going to change 2 properties. The font size is going to go from 14 to 30. And we're going to change the text. So we scroll down, and you see where it says text for label 1, same as it says here. And we're going to type in the subject of our app. And this is John Philip Sousa. Okay, you notice it shows up here, but it doesn't quite show up here. If I click over here, it will pop up. All right, so that's what you're typing, John Philip Sousa. Okay, we're going to go to step 6. All right, step 6 is drag an image from over here and put it in the vertical arrangement. Okay, so I'm going to take image, drop it in there. Now notice where the blue is. Okay, I don't want it down here. I want it right here. So I drop it in. Okay. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Let me delete that. I want an image, I said. Image, drop it right under there. Okay. And the only thing we're changing on the image is we're going to set the height over here. Image 1, change the height to 300 pixels. Click OK. You see it's bigger now. And then we're going to choose our picture. So we scroll all the way down. We see picture. It says none here at first. We're going to click on that. And then we see JPEG. We know JPEG is an image file. Click on that. You don't click upload file. You just click OK. It's already been uploaded. So I click OK. And there is John Philip Sousa. Hello, John Philip Sousa. All right. Next, we're going to drag another arrangement. So we're going to close the user interface, and down here, we're going to drag a horizontal arrangement. All right, so horizontal arrangement goes from here to here, right below. Okay, and we're going to set the width of this horizontal arrangement to 80%. Okay, so you see percents here. You just type in the 80. Click OK. All right, so it gets a little bit wider. All right, next, we're going to rename, we're going to go back to user interface. and we're going to drag another label. So we're going to click label. We're going to drop it in our horizontal arrangement. It shrunk it down. We're going to rename this. So it says label 1 now. We're going to click rename, and we're going to call this bio, B-I-O. Click OK. OK. All right, now we're going to actually change the text. So we're going to change it from text to label 1. We're going to come down here. You see where it says text? We'll get rid of that. Okay, now this, you're going to have to go back to Canvas. So I'm going to go back to Canvas. I scroll down to American composer, known for his marches. So this is step 8. So I'm going to select this little paragraph. Okay, on my keyboard, Control C. Then I go back to MIT App Inventor, and I'm going to do a Control V. Okay. Now here's where it's a little weird. I click back here, it only shows me the first line. When you hook up a phone, you will then see the entire paragraph. Okay, right now you just kind of have to imagine it. All right, we're done there. Very good. Next, we're going to add a button. Okay, remember I said this is going to play a song. So we're going to click here, drag button down, and we're going to rename the button. Now this name, so we're going to go down to rename. When your names have more than one word, you do not put spaces, you just capitalize the first letter of each word. So this is going to be called Stars and Stripes Button. Then click OK. So it says Stars and Stripes Button. Okay. And we're also going to change the text, because right now it says text for button 1. That doesn't make sense. We're going to go to text, and we're going to call it Stars and Stripes Forever. All right, pretty simple, right? Step 10. All right, step 10, we're going to scroll down, and it says add a player. Okay, so you got to change our drawers here. Okay, I'm going to close these two. I'm looking for media. There's media. And it says player. Okay, so I'm going to drag player. Now watch what happens. I'm going to drop it right on his face. All right. It looks like it disappears. It goes down here. Non-visible component. That's because people who are using the app will not see this. All right, we're going to rename the player. So we're going to click rename. And we're going to call this Stars and Stripes Player. Click OK. All right. There is one more thing we're going to do here. Source. This is where we actually add the MP3. So we're going to click on the none, choose Stars and Stripes Forever. This is his most popular song. And then click OK. Okay. Next thing it says is we're going to go to blocks view. So we're going to see blocks over here. You probably don't have that icon, that little annoying icon that I have. Okay, see if I can get rid of it. No, it won't let me get rid of it. Blocks. This is where we do all of our coding. Okay, so what we're going to need, we're going to go down to where it says Stars and Stripes button. You click on that. You're going to bring out when Stars and Stripes button click. Okay. We're also going to need control, and we're going to need, scroll up here, if then else. That goes in there. All right, the next thing we need is a purple. So we're going to call the Stars and Stripes player up. Here's the Stars and Stripes player. All right, we're going to choose Start. Back to Stars and Stripes player. Pause. And Stars and Stripes is playing. All right, so what you're going to have to do is figure out what this means. So if something is happening, then do this. Else, in other words, if this isn't happening, do this. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to try, after you connect your phone, you're going to see what order these go in. All right, good luck.